Hi, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Live. I am your host, Crystal Fry, and tonight I want to say welcome. Welcome to a brand new year. It is New Year's Day. I hope everyone had a wonderful, safe, enjoyable New Year's Eve. I hope that you all woke up this morning excited about possibilities, but not forgetting to reflect on what the year 2020 taught us. I hope that it taught you a lot of things. I hope that that you were able to find, even in all the midst of chaos that we have had in this past year. Hey, Tim, Happy New Year to you. It's so good to see you. Even in all the midst of all the chaos that we had in the year 2020, I hope that you were able to spend some time reflecting and finding the good parts. You know, oftentimes we tend to let that negative take over. And so we tend to only focus on those things that were difficult, that were trying, that really tested us. That's where we tend to put our focus. So I hope that over the last week or so, I've been doing quick pop-up videos about, making sure that you are really taking into consideration what you're doing as you're moving forward into 2021, goal setting, planning, all of those kind of things. But I really hope that you've taken some time to reflect and go back over the year 2020. I try to do this every year. 2020 I felt like it was a must for me to do this, to go back and look. For some of you who I am brand new to, you may not know that much about me. For some of you who've been following me for a while, especially over this past year, you know that this has been one that's been personally challenging for me in a lot of different ways. I honestly did not think I was going to make it through the month of July in 2020. We had so much difficulty. My father-in-law passed away. Our oldest dog passed away within a span of 2 weeks. I mean, it was just the month of July was one thing after another. I honestly prayed my way through that month. Okay. So, but even though we've had a lot of difficult things, and even just up to, oh my goodness, even just up to a couple of days ago, we had difficulty. Hey, Andrea C., how are you, beautiful? But I also wanted to make sure that I was very, very intentional. I didn't forget about all of the hard things. That's not what I'm telling you tonight. I want to make sure that you understand that. I'm not telling you to gloss over the hard things. I'm not telling you to ignore them or do not give them, the merit that they deserve. But I want you to go back and look at those things. And where is your lesson in that? What did you learn from that? How did you grow from that situation? What did you pull out of it? What information do you now have that you can use to help serve you going forward? And then I also want to make sure that you've taken time to go back and find the good parts of the last 12 months. Believe me, there were plenty of good things that came out of the year 2020. Lots of bad stuff, but also a lot of good stuff too. What did you overcome? What did you move further in? What goal did you get closer to? How did you change your self-talk over the year? How did you change your perception of your ability to handle the challenges that you face? What barriers did you break down this year? Where is the good? And use that as your catalyst as you're moving into 2021. Now, yes, everyone, you get the same thing every year at New Year's, right? Oh, new year, new me, right? New year, new you. Guess what? It's a new year. Yes, the calendar has ticked over. It's a brand new year. It's January 1st. It's the very first day of a brand new month in a brand new year. But that doesn't mean that things are magically going to be different now. That doesn't mean that things are magically going to have fixed themselves and everything's going to be great and you don't have any more troubles anymore. Right? That's not how it works, because time is really, time is nothing more than a system that human beings develop so that we could actually measure it. In the grand scheme, time doesn't really matter. What matters is, what are you doing? Where are you going? Are you taking steps today to make sure that you are fulfilling your purpose? Do you know what that is? For me, it was a long time before I actually figured out what my purpose was. A long time before I figured it out. But once I did, I had a choice. Do I now move forward in that purpose? Do I now walk boldly into that and serve out what it is that I've been called to do? Or do I shrink back and sit back and watch another movie on television and let another day go past without reaching out to someone who may need my help? And sit around and instead of taking the time to map out my business, to cast my vision, that was one of the videos that I did, was casting a vision for your life. It's a really short, quick video, not just goal setting for the next 6 to 12 months. Goal setting is important, sure, because you need to know where you're going, right? You need to know the steps to get there. Goal setting is a tool to help you do that. But what do you want everything to look like? When you stand at the end of your life and you look back, what do you want to see? Honestly, what do you want to see? What do you want to have accomplished in your lifetime? What impact do you want to have had? How do you want the world to be different because you were in it? And now, granted, that doesn't mean that you have to cure cancer or anything else. That does not mean that you have to do, big, huge, magnificent things. You can. But that doesn't mean that your impact on the world is any less because only the people in your small circle knew your name. Because the impact you have on one life, it only has to be one. That can be your legacy. So what legacy do you want to leave? What do you want to leave the people who know you, who don't know you yet, who will come to know you? What do you want to leave for them? So as you are thinking about, your goal setting, your planning, all of those kind of things, everything that you want to do for this brand new year, clean slate, right? It's a brand new year. What are you going to do today that's different from yesterday? That's going to get you further for tomorrow? And if you need help with that, again, let me know. Because sometimes we know that we want to do something. Sometimes we have that burning inside of us, but we don't have any direction. We haven't yet quite identified it. We haven't yet been able to really put our finger on it and understand where we should be going. And I can help with that if you need it. Send me a DM, send me a message. We can talk about that. So tonight is going to be very short. I'm actually getting ready to wrap up because, again, if you follow me, on my personal profile, you know that I'm a football girl and I love football. And tonight is the part of the college football semifinals, and my team, is playing tonight. So I'm going to have to go watch them and cheer them on and hopefully be watching them in the national championship. So anyway, I want to make sure what I wanted to make sure that you have the message for tonight. Don't just think it's a new year, new me, all those things, and get distracted by, great resolutions. Listen, I've never kept any single resolution I've ever made. Not one. Not one. I am the statistic that drops their resolutions by the end of January. I just am, because they're not meaningful to me. And I've learned that over the past year. The reason why some things don't come to pass, because while I may want, yes, Tim, this is Clemson orange and Clemson purple. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But, the reason why I was never able to hold resolutions is because really they sounded good, but they didn't really mean anything to me. I have a completely different outlook on those things. And so I don't really set resolutions anymore. But what I am doing, what I have been doing, and what I am doing over the next few days is honestly sitting down, reflecting, and casting that vision for what I want my life to look like. Yes, I am goal setting for my business. I am planning the next 12 months. I am doing those things, but I'm also looking further out. I'm looking at the 10 to 20 year goals. What do I want to have accomplished over the next decade, over the next 2 decades? What do I want to see when I get to that point and look back? So I would ask you to ask the same question of yourself. What do you want to see when you get to the end and you look back? All right, guys, that is all I have for you tonight. Thank you always for joining me here on Friday Night Live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, lovely weekend. Many, many thoughts and prayers for blessings on your life in this year, and make every single day count, every single day. And I will see you guys all next time. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. This is Crystal Fry, your personal identity coach, and this is Friday Night Live. See you guys all soon.